The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Kaufman Outdoors and The Porch in Wildwood.
Good morning and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. Thrilled to have you with us on this Tuesday. And as you see from the announcement, we have a big secret that we've been sitting on for about a year now. We will be making that announcement coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes. I have Affan Waheed joining me this morning in the kitchen. That's right. Today we're going to go from the studio to the kitchen. We're excited to tell you a few things that are happening in the business world that are going to affect our community. It's also a big day as you head to the polls. They are officially open. They opened at 6 o'clock this morning. So some of you maybe have gone to the polls already. If not, maybe I just reminded you that you need to exercise that right to vote. Maybe you go around lunchtime or try to make it in before the polls close later this evening. We've got some news you can use, including some news that has to do with the Lambert International Airport Director. Remember, we just had her in about a month or so ago and wondered, did they announce the new director yet? Well, the interim director has been announced, and I'll let you know that, and some big Cardinals news that we'll give you coming up as well. All right, let's kick things off. Weather-wise, it's going to be a little bit hotter. It actually was a little warm yesterday. Here's what you can expect for today. 89 and a lot of sunshine today. 70 for a low tonight. Tomorrow we've got some evening or night storms. We're getting up there to a high of 90. We go down to 73 tomorrow night. Thursday, some scattered rain and storms expected with a high of 85. And then we get into Friday when the Cardinals are back in action at Busch Stadium, 86, and it looks like only a 20% chance of rain now. You remember Beckett mentioned some rain in the forecast as we went into Friday, but getting out of the way by midday. Saturday and Sunday look amazing, but a little warm as well. 89 on Saturday. Sunday gets up to 92. Next week, we're in the 90s. 93 on Monday, 92 on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we get into the 90s again, and the Cardinals stretch, by the way, in town will be from Friday until Wednesday of next week. Okay, as I mentioned, today is a day that you get to exercise your right to vote. And as I mentioned, some of you maybe have already been to the polls. Good for you. Please do so. Otherwise, you can't complain when the people that you want in office don't get in office. So here's a little rundown, just kind of briefly, of what is on tap today for the St. Louis County voters. You are deciding on Proposition C, Proposition U, and hopefully you have educated yourself on those propositions. It would impose a 3.5% use tax on out-of-state online purchases, Proposition U. C changes the term dates and removes a 10-month pay raise notice requirement for officials. Now, again, primary election key details. It already is open, and it closes at 7 o'clock tonight. Prop Z would alter the start and the end dates of certain elected officials' terms and replace the charter's 10-month advance notice rule for salary increases with language tied to the Missouri Constitution. County Council Chair Rita Hurd Days says that they support Proposition C, saying it simply clarifies term dates and aligns the charter with the state constitution. Taxpayer advocate Tom Sullivan opposes Prop C, warning that it eliminates safeguards that require a 10-month notice before proposing salary increases for top officials. Both challengers today's Maria Chappelle Nadal and former Ferguson Mayor Ella Jones oppose Proposition C. We'll see what happens. We'll, of course, give you a breakdown tomorrow. Also, Governor Pritzker is signing some new laws requiring businesses to accept cash and pay employees for jury duty. I like this. J.B. Pritzker signed 87 laws on Friday. One of those requires most in-person businesses to accept cash for purchases under $500. And employers with more than 25 employees will be required to pay their workers their full rate of pay when they are called for jury duty. Other measures require more diverse mannequins for CPR practice in schools. And they report how many credits college faculty members are teaching and signs at Illinois rest stops with resources for human trafficking victims. So a lot of changes being made for our St. Louis County voters, Missouri and Illinois alike. Well, as I mentioned at the very beginning, we do have an interim director that has been announced. We loved having Rhonda Ham-Niebrigi in with us just about a month and a half ago, the current airport director. She is retiring this month, and there are a lot of changes coming. In fact, because of construction costs, they've actually had to change around what we were mentioning on the show that has to do with the expansion of Lambert Airport. Well, now the interim director for St. Louis Lambert International Airport has been announced, and your interim director is Gerald Bachman. He will start that role coming up on August 16th. He's in a deputy role right now, but we will soon see him as the interim director, and I'm hoping that Rhonda gets a chance to come back and celebrate when the new terminal is all one, because after all, she's been in making a lot of those changes happen. All right, we've been talking about Cyclospora. We mentioned that Missouri was not on the CDC map list with regards to cases increasing. We had 600, I mentioned just the other day. I've been talking about cases all over the United States. Not once, though, have I said there was a death, unfortunately, until now. So, folks, I literally talked to my husband about this yesterday, and he thought, wait a minute, isn't that taken care of? Didn't they get a handle on that? No, it's still in the news. First deaths reported as the Cyclospora outbreak continues in the United States. In fact, 2 people have died, and it's in Michigan. The first deaths confirmed in the U.S. related to this parasite. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services said both people had underlying health conditions that may have been impacted by the intestinal illness as well as dehydration. The department said it would not provide additional information about the deaths. If you have not been following this, folks, again, it all comes back to a link to iceberg lettuce. There's also a tie into Taco Bell, but this lettuce has been identified from Mexico, served at Taco Bell locations in 9 different states. And again, it is a widespread outbreak. So we will continue to follow that and bring you the latest. Now, you know, when any time there is a recall in the news that have to do with your vehicle, we want to let you know. A lot of you might be driving around in those Ram pickup trucks. Well, there's 1.5 million of them that are being recalled over seatbelt concerns. So here's what you need to know. More than 1.5 million are under recall due to a potential seatbelt issue. It applies to certain 2019 to 2026 Ram 1500 trucks. According to the company, the issue could affect the seatbelt buckle anchor on the second row center and second row driver's side seats. The anchor may not have been properly attached, and in certain crashes, the error could affect how the seatbelt system works and increase the chances of injuries. As always, those who have these will be notified, told to contact their Dodge dealer to schedule an inspection. If needed, the dealer will properly attach the anchor to the vehicle's body for free. If you have any questions, you can visit recalls.mopar.com. That's recalls.mopr.com. All right. I said it feels to me like we just started summer, only because we were doing all that work on the hot tub. God love my husband, who, by the way, do me a favor and send him a happy birthday wish. My handsome husband over my shoulder here has a birthday today. I'm not going to tell you his age because he'd be mad at me, I would think. But happy birthday, honey. I love you so much. He's been doing so much work in the yard, getting everything together for the hot tub that, you know, came from Spas and More. And now we feel like we're just starting summer. And here we are. The kids are almost going back to the school in just about a week and a half. In fact, my friend in Hawaii said the kids started yesterday. So it's happening, even though Labor Day is a little less than a month away, the unofficial close of summer. But as we say that, are you ready for fall? How about this? Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, they are. Here's what's coming back to the two. Fall lovers are rejoicing. The chain said its hugely popular pumpkin spice latte will be back on the menu alongside other fall favorites August 25th, so we're talking about 21 days away that Starbucks will be brewing up their new list of pumpkin-flavored drinks. I like to know my audience. Do you like pumpkin-flavored things, or is it a little much? Starbucks is expanding their pumpkin-inspired lineup to include the new iced pumpkin cream shaken espresso and iced pumpkin cream matcha. Meanwhile, Dunkin' planning to jump its rival on the calendar with its returning fall drink lineup. Their pumpkin-inspired drinks are going to be August 19th, led by their pumpkin spice signature latte. Okay, can we just come back on camera for a second? Slow your roll, folks. Why can't we just do one season at a time? Already, we are seeing Halloween in the stores. In fact, some have Christmas already. Stop it. Can we just immerse ourselves in summer for just a little bit longer? So yeah, the 19th and the 25th, you're going to see pumpkin stuff at Dunkin' and at Starbucks. Crazy. All right, entertainment news. Are you an Ariana Grande fan? She was incredible in Wicked, by the way. Well, she's putting a pause on some things. She's withdrawing from upcoming musicals, taking a break from the public eye, and here's why. She has been due to star alongside her Wicked co-star, Jonathan Bailey, in a production of Stephen Sondheim's Sunday in the Park with George in 2027. Empire Street Productions said on Sunday that she will no longer be a part of that. A representative for Ariana Grande told People magazine the singer will be, quote, taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine Tour. She looks forward to finishing that and ending on a high note, healthily and happily, and then taking a much-deserved break from public-facing work and appearances, which has led to endless ongoing public scrutiny. She had, of course, a recent breakup, the ongoing tour, not sure. From a mental health standpoint, maybe that's why the break is happening. And again, you know what, Ariana, you do you. Don't listen to everybody else on social media. Mental health is a very important thing, your physical health as well. So take the break and then come back when you're ready. Okay, I know it's my husband's birthday, but he also knows my Hollywood boyfriend is Bradley Cooper. And he's in the news today. Wedding rumors. I mean, after all, they have been together for a while, but now the Oscar-nominated actor and model, they began dating in October of 2023, so Bradley and Gigi Hadid are sparking marriage rumors after being spotted with matching rings. She shared an occasional glimpse into their relationship on Instagram, keeping things relatively private. They, again, started the dating rumors in October of 23. They were seen spending time in New York together. The two have sparked marriage rumors now after they were photographed wearing their rings on that finger while in Paris. So we will see what will happen. The two have been dating again for almost 3 years. So, Bradley, have you given up on me? All right, that's our entertainment news. Now let's get into some sports news. If you are a St. Louis Cardinals fan, I just mentioned they'll be coming back to Busch Stadium in just a few days. But how about this? No one saw this coming, okay? Some of the things in the trade, people were like, wait, what? First, let's get to Nootbaar. The Cards trade Nootbaar to the Diamondbacks for 2 minor league pitchers. And I looked on the X page of the Cardinals, and yesterday they were saying that we've acquired right-handed pitcher Daniel Egan, left-handed pitcher Sandro Santana, and a player to be named later from the Arizona Diamondbacks in exchange for outfielder Lars, can you do it with me? Newt. Oh, we can't do that anymore. Nootbaar. Oh, I hate to see that, but this was the one we didn't see coming. The Cardinals, Chaim Bloom, making a wild in-division trade with the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes. The Cards' first transaction during the deadline bonanza was one that very few people would have expected. In a shocking move, the Cardinals traded pitchers Dustin May and Jojo Romero to in-division rival Milwaukee Brewers. In return, the Cards acquired 2 high-upside prospects in outfielders, Alexander Frias and Josiah Ragsdale from the Brewers. So, some big changes. Again, we got to do some things to get our Cards on top. However, I am excited to tell you they did win yesterday with all the bonanza that was going on. They had a final of 13-7 against the New York Yankees. It is the Cards and the Yankees again today. First pitch 6:05, and then the same 2 teams tomorrow at 6:05 as well. All right, I love this. As I celebrate my husband's birthday as a police officer, today is National Night Out. Turn those porch lights on, get out with the community, and celebrate our first responders and thank them for all the work they do. They might be going around to your neighborhoods to see the kiddos and yourself. It's also National Coast Guard Day, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day as well. So that's how we do it. Look, folks, look at the time, 7:15. Everything that I feel actually serves you, news you can use, no negativity, in 15 minutes when you used to spend hours watching the news. That's how we do it here on The Real Monica Adams Show. And let me thank our sponsors, our 2 biggest ones that came on board with us just within this last month. First of all, it is Kaufman Outdoors, and we are going there to do this big shoot so we can really show you the incredible things that they have for you to take care of all your outdoors. So we're talking about whether you need a new mower, maybe you want an e-bike, maybe you want some motorcycles, you just want to get out and enjoy the beauty of the outdoors. These are the Beta Italian off-road motorcycles, the performance parts, X-Mark, Bad Boy, Spartan mowers. The other great thing about Kaufman is if you've got a problem with your mower, you don't have to take it to someone else. They do the service, and that is a big deal from what I'm being told by a lot of people, so they don't have to try to take that elsewhere. The e-bikes we've been mentioning, Mark Kaufman is so brilliant and talented. He designed his own e-bike that many of the hunters I know are using them. Yeah, they're hunters using e-bikes to get in and out instead of using the big ATVs. And then you go, though, to the Bad Boy compact tractors, the open and closed cab styles. All of this is, again, at Kaufman Outdoors. If you have not been, they are in Sullivan, Missouri. You can also check them out online. Otherwise, visit them at 141 North Service Road West in Sullivan, Missouri. Now, Mark Kaufman is married to the beautiful Jan Kaufman, who we have had on just a few times now. We went to the porch in Wildwood, and she's been on set with us as well as we kicked off Porch Talk. So we're doing a lot of design tips and interior designing. This is the view for you. Now, we've been talking about how beautiful the color green is. You're going to see a lot of that moving into fall, but all of that as we go through all of those materials. If you want something changed, maybe you have a really old piece handed down from tradition, maybe you want to take that and reupholster it a little bit. Do that, or have them come into your home and office and switch things around and just make it, spruce it up. As I mentioned, we're going from summer to fall, changing the seasons. If you're one that would just love for your space to look just a little more elevated, let the team at The Porch do that for you. Once again, theporchwildwood.com, 16957 Manchester Road in Wildwood, Missouri. And that's just two of our many sponsors that are on board with us. We just introduced you to one yesterday that joined us, and that is Dr. James Clarkson from Heritage Hand Surgery. Excited to have them on board. And you're going to be hearing a lot also about R.A. Ginner. They have been in business for over 100 years. So when it comes to plumbing, you need a new plumber, you need an emergency. Oh my gosh, I need somebody to come over immediately. Please do us a favor, support those that support us. So it's R.A. Ginner, G-U-I-N-N-E-R. Excited to have you on board, and I can't wait to introduce you to them in just a couple of weeks as we tell the backstory of their dad and their lineage, the heritage of 100 plus years. That's pretty incredible. We all need to take a little cue from them of how you stay in business that long. So thank you to all down below. As you see all those sponsors, whatever come up on your screen, do me a favor and see that and then support them when you need their work or anything in the realm of their work. All right, are you ready for food? Are you ready for faith? Are you ready for a secret to be announced? We are. Affan Waheed is my guest today. We're going to head down to the kitchen, and he's making up some gnocchi with pesto. And folks, I'm telling you what, this bread, you're going to want to reach through the screen. You're going to be salivating that you're going to want to have it for breakfast this morning. Can't wait for Affan and myself to make a big announcement. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to head down to the kitchen, and he's waiting for us. By the end of this, I want 100% raising your hands. I'm here to empower you because you all have intrinsic value. I don't care if someone has told you that you don't. Today, we are here to make you believe in yourself.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bonacorsi, and I'm the president and founder of J Bloom. And I chose Monica Adams to be our keynote speaker because of the positivity that she illuminates whenever she speaks. She's an amazing influence and has so much impact on these women that they are going to leave changed.
It's a constant education. Never stop being the leader. If you are given the opportunity to be, and I hate the word boss, by the way, don't we like leader more? Have you all seen that image of a boss shouting behind their team and then the leader out in the trenches? And I know there's a lot of people that are thrown into your paths, and there are people who try to squash your dreams. It could be your partner, it could be your parents, your children, a boss that you've had, but you cannot, from this day forward, I'm going to ask you to not give them power any longer. So we think it, we write it, we hear it. Think right here. Make connections today. Then pave that way. You now have the awareness. So how do you pave that path?
Your message, like at the end, you be anything but before that, be kind.
Yep.
My husband's a pastor, and that every one of his sermons, that's always within it. That be kind.
Yep.
You have to be kind.
It is.
Oh, you're fine.
Look at this. So there's an employee out there who still thinks of you because you were kind to them. Never stop being that leader. By the way, I want to be remembered for this phrase when I'm no longer on this earth. The greatest rewards in life come from the most uncomfortable walk. God meant for me to talk to you. Oh, it's okay. You, honey, have a lot of value. And someone's told you that you don't. And I was meant to be in your life today. I've always said, I have chills. Do we all have chills? God, I say, if you can have me change one person's life, then I have done your job. I'm hoping it's all of you. But see, she's not okay for whatever reason. I don't know your story, but I'm going to tell you they're wrong. And all these women believe in you.
To hire Monica Adams for your next event, email info@therealmonicaadams.com.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. Now, these are different looks for you. This is the studio. This is kind of the behind the scenes you don't get a chance to see. And let me just say, we'll be talking more about this in a couple of weeks. I just was hand delivered this. We've been talking about estate planning, living trust, wills. Look at this book. I mean, that's pretty detailed, right? A lot of you have been saying, I want everything in a binder for my family. Well, that's what the Estep Law Firm does. So Sean Estep, we are actually going to go to his office and do the entire business look with him coming up. And by the way, isn't this gorgeous? We were just talking about the porch. That's our candle. Yes, you can pet it. Can you pet your candle? Maybe not. All right, I want to just thank, we've got our behind the scenes crew. Josh, Zach, thank you for all the work that you do. This is inside of the building affiliated with Adventure Unknown. So that's a private business club. Shoot an email to me at info@therealmonicaadams.com if you'd like to know more. The people on the wall, by the way, some of the other hosts that we have here, the behind the scenes crew as well. And yeah, that's Tony Twist, former St. Louis blues player, alumni. He does a show here as well. He does a show in the kitchen, by the way. And look, who's that guy? He's behind the camera and he's on the wall. Come on in here. This is our kitchen, our Slyman Brothers kitchen. And who's this?
Hey,
this is my
Monica,
friend.
how are you?
This is my brother from another mother. This is Affan Waheed, by the way. And I'm excited to do this with you live. I'm going back to my TV days, Affan. We are doing a lot of changes on the show as we grow and grow and grow. We love all of you that have been following us for the last 3.5 years. But now we're going to do the way we did a lot of TV, the way you watch big time national morning shows. It's a lot of movement.
I know.
Right? Studio to the kitchen. Eventually, we're going to do fashion, food, and fitness all together.
There'll be a
You would
catwalk
have to
here.
get out of the suit to go into the gym with me. So folks, by the way, we'll be looking at comments from all of you that are signed on. Thank you for those that are watching live. I know a lot of you have to rush off maybe the last minute. You've got young kids.
I got 2 of them in college.
2 in college, and then your youngest is how old?
He's 14 in high school. He's going to be a sophomore in a couple of weeks.
Where's he go?
Lafayette.
And when do they start? Next week?
I think they're starting on the 24th.
On the 24th. Okay, so a little bit later. But yeah, some people are like, how are the kids going back to school already? Are you ready as a parent, or you still want a little more time in the summer?
You always could use more summer. Yeah.
I will say, I'm excited about this. I believe it is this weekend you get back to school savings.
Yes.
So the tax-free weekend. Just helping you out there just a little bit. Okay, we're going to give you some background. Affan and I met over a year ago. We both have a mutual friend. Shout out to Yada and all the girls, by the way. I don't want to miss anybody, so I'm not going to list every single one. But if you're looking for someone to do your nails, Golden Nails in Fenton.
Yes.
I stress that one. What's the name of that plaza?
Brookwood Center.
Brookwood Center in Fenton. Golden Nails. Give them a shout out. So you came when we did our live show there.
Yes, I did.
And he came in with this huge smile on his face, and he's like, I need to talk to you. We need to do some stuff together. And one of the things is still coming. You are underway with doing a coffee house that everyone's thrilled about. We can't say anything about it yet, can we?
Oh,
or
we
can
can.
we?
We can. We absolutely
Okay.
can.
Breaking news. No one has heard about this. This is one of the breaking news stories. We might give you several throughout the show. You are opening a new coffee house in West County.
In West County. It is on Manchester Road, just west of 141, and we're naming it The Baristas.
Yes!
And we're very excited. We're just about ready to go into permitting, breaking ground in the next few weeks, and then bringing it up very soon.
I wish we had pictures of that. We'll have to grab some, by the way, because it looks stunning. I'm going to tell you right now, I know I just mentioned Starbucks and their pumpkin spice everything. Will you have pumpkin spice stuff?
We will. There'll be a seasonal items, but you know, it's what the people want, right?
I know why. It's just so crazy. So baristas, super cool. For those of you that live around 141 in Manchester, or even if you don't, you're going to want to make the trek because it is stunning. So we might, if you can at break, we might have you grab some pictures and shoot them over to Zach.
Absolutely.
Because I want you to see all this. But the greatest thing is, and I love this about you, there's so many things I love about this man. He's truly like my brother. You are wanting to provide excellence, but not at a huge price. Your coffees, your teas, your food, your smoothies are almost I don't know, 50% less.
It is. And the idea is that if the business is good, if the quality and ambiance is good, people are going to come. And we want them to come and not feel a pinch. So we're excited to bring some great ideas together and looking forward to some great traffic and great people having a good time.
You know the movie, If You Build It, Will They Come?
They will come.
The Field of Dreams is happening in West County. All right, let me give you some background as you are just tuning in, and we'll go to questions and comments for you in just a second. Affan and I, again, as I mentioned, we met about a year ago. He mentioned he wanted to do the coffee house, but then about 3 or 4 days later, he gets on the phone with me. I'm thinking we're having a meeting to talk about, he's like, I want to be a sponsor, which makes sense, right? Wake up to positivity, give you a little boost, some coffee, tea, smoothies, great food. It made sense to me. And then he says this. You want to break the news to him?
I did. So I've been in technology for a very long time, and we've come up with this concept of a digital marketing firm. It's an agency that does things slightly differently. We want to use a lot of intelligence in direct coordination with real people, real locations, and the real Monica Adams. So we came together, and I just, prayed on it, passed on about like what it's gonna take, and then I approached you with a prayer saying, would you want to be the CEO of a digital media agency?
Folks, that's the breaking news that we have been sitting on. He kept going, can we announce it? Can we announce it? Can we announce it? I said, not yet. And we put it all together as we get ready to fill our bellies, and the love that comes into making food, the memories that are made around of a table. These are the things that we talk about. Today, as we make his special dish, we are celebrating what's been in the works for well over 7-8 months now.
Yep.
We've already actually been doing it behind the scenes. We already have. It quickly became, and I love the fact that he said this, Monica, I prayed on it. I tell you what, you don't know this, but when you were on the phone with me and you said those words, and I got to chill again, I don't know if you all got to chill, I said, this is somebody I need to say yes to, because he put faith first.
Absolutely.
You came up with the idea, and then you said, I prayed on this last night, Monica, and I thought, wow, I didn't even know about this. And you were unapologetic about your faith, which I appreciate.
It is, we live in different times, and this is something that I want to pass on. Just like the food, and we'll talk a little bit about food, you pass on your faith through your next generation. It's not about pontificating, it's not about, deep thought. It's about having the trust that there is somebody out there looking for you. You reach out, you make the ask, and it's always been returned. So, you know what? I wear it as a badge of honor.
Absolutely. And, and I told you, Affan, that I've had people in the past, only a few, that have ever said, do you ever feel like when you get ready to talk about faith that you have to apologize? And I said, for my faith? I'll never apologize for my faith. But we will never push it on someone.
Yeah.
It's a show that we do today, Testament Tuesday. We've made it a thing because a lot of you have asked for it. But what about you? Have you ever been asked that before? I'm excited about something that some dear friends, you know Abby
Yes.
Stolschmidt. She and her sister are starting something within our St. Louis community that they've got a big event coming up later in October that I'll be telling you about. But they wanted to level up our area, and it all has to do with faith. And activities and just people with the same kind of mindset. So I'd love to see what our younger generation is doing, teaching our older generation. Be okay with your faith.
So Abby's the musician, right?
Abby, actually they both are. So Abigail, or Abby Stolschmidt, and Gabrielle. Gabrielle has her own studio of music. You haven't met her.
No, I have not.
Beautiful sisters, aesthetically and more so on the inside. So yeah, they're doing this big gathering. I can't tell you yet. I think it's called Gather STL. I'll check on that. But yes, follow that on Instagram. And it just launched. They just launched the page yesterday. So I have a feeling this is going to get big.
And one of the things for local artists, at the Barista's coffee shop, there will always be a place for a studio for local artists to perform and bring their talents to a wider audience. And we will be broadcasting that as well.
You're going to have inside, is it going to still be called J, or are we changing it around a little bit?
Well, yeah. So our parent company is called J Station Franchising Systems LLC. Now, the name of the studios was J Studio, and I think we'll keep J Studio, which is a part of the Barista's coffee chain.
Again, if you're just tuning in and you missed it, there's a new coffee house. That's not what the breaking news was. The breaking news is what Affan gave you, but we actually gave you 2 breaking stories. That's what you get when you watch this show. So that's coming to you, West County, 141 Manchester area, on Manchester, just west of 141. Excited about this. Do you have a timeline of when you're hoping to be open?
I hope to get into permitting this week. So if it's 4 to 6 weeks, we will be breaking ground September, October, and we hope to be done in about 2 months. So this
Christmas
fall,
time?
Between fall and Christmas is when we're hoping to be there.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be talking a lot throughout the show. Do you have any questions for us? By the way, do you have a brand? Do you need brand help? Do you need help with website, social media, SEO, which is search engine optimization, GEO, which people don't know about that. It's the generative engine optimization, meaning do you go to ChatGPT? Do you go to Claude? Do you go to Gemini? What do you go to when you're looking for something? It used to be Google.
Yes.
Many other platforms you would go to, but now it's, hey, hey, ChatGPT. People have a nickname for that, right? Like some people say, hey, my friend Chatty. That's called GEO, lead generation, a lot of things that some of you are like, oh, I don't understand that. That's okay. You don't need to. What's the number one thing we hear from businesses?
That they need to be heard, and we have a real way of taking their people, their location, their message out to a bigger audience. And I think that this will make a difference. You know, intelligence is great. I personally do not call it artificial because I don't think things should be artificial, but intelligence is great and we can do a few things about it. So yeah, we're excited to bring the marketing opportunities.
And you're looking on the screen. What I want you to know is that's the name of the company. So it's C Media 360, C-Media 360. Go to the website. Can we just give a shout out to Ali, Arsalan, and the entire team that had a role, because we challenged them, did we not?
We did. We're not easily satisfied, so we pushed them hard.
We're like, nope, you're not there yet. Nope, you're not. Oh, and then I could hear, like, through the call, I could hear him beaming from ear to ear. Did you all say you loved it? Yes, right? When you are able to deliver something to someone who says, nope, you're almost there. Nope, you're almost there. You get so excited by it. So they did a wonderful job. Again, c-media360.com. Do us a favor, everybody. Go to the website. Share this with your family and friends, because I want you to now know that we're here for you, that we can now do the work. Please, no more. After this day, I don't want one more business business employee, etc., telling me that they come home after working an 8, 10, maybe 12-hour day. Oh, now I have to put reels together. Now I have to put stories together. Now I have to put shorts together.
No,
they're exhausted by it, and they don't know how to get it out to their audience. Don't do it anymore. Let our team do it. So he and I are now the faces behind it. We have other partners as well. Let's give a shout out to Tariq. When he sees this,
he's my partner in crime in everything that I've done and everything that I will do, and yeah, we'll reach out to him. We'll get him on some of our future screens as well, and looking forward to kicking this off. It's all about being real, being authentic, and using people's talent, passion, work, and bringing it to a wider audience.
Can you do me a favor? We're going to take a break. When we come back, because I think it's important when we talk about faith and having passion and following your dreams, getting knocked down and learning how to come back and stand up again. Will you be willing to be honest and real with me about some of the positions that you held, how high up you were, and how easy it is to go, wait a minute, I don't have that position anymore, and then just to crumble? You lean on your faith constantly, and I want to go a little bit deeper into that.
Absolutely.
Good? Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll look at comments and questions, and then tell us what we're making today.
So we're gonna start with the simple dish because we'll bring it up. We're gonna make gnocchi, and we're gonna make gnocchi with some pesto sauce. And you can actually make gnocchi yourself. You can roll the potatoes and make it yourself. Or, as I tell my kids, if you're bored with it, just buy it and you can still use it. I also made my own pesto sauce, which is gonna, be very, very easy. You just take pine nuts, cloves, a little bit of pesto leaves, grind them, olive oil, that's it.
That's it? That's simple?
It is that simple.
See, I think a lot of times people overthink it and they're just like, I'm just gonna go to the store and let the store do it because I'm too busy. Say that again? Well, that's not very many ingredients.
It's not. It's you start with roasting pine nuts, you add some cloves of garlic, you just chop it up and put it. People use the food processor, I just chop it up with my hand and put some pesto leaves in it, let it, simmer for a little. put some olive oil. That's pesto
it.
sauce. Yes.
Well, that you just saved us a lot of money at the store.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, when you start with fresh ingredients, you start with potatoes and pesto leaves, and you put something together. This is simple. It is my meat alternative because
Your kids love this, don't they?
Oh my God, they're all over it. Except for my youngest one, who has a nut allergy and cannot be, you know, close to nuts. But other than that, it's quick and easy to make, as you'll see. It tastes good. It stays good. If you roll some gnocchi for yourself, it will stay good for about 8 to 10 days. I wouldn't take beyond that.
And this is gluten-free, right?
This
because it's potato.
It's just potatoes.
But what about the bread?
So the bread, yes. Now I made French artisan bread for this particular serving, and you can use any type of bread. You can make your own bread, buy your bread, slice it.
You're known for making your own bread.
I do like a lot of bread. You know, you don't get to be this good. But the thing is, what we're going to do is we're going to show slices of bread, and I've prepared a topping for it.
Okay.
It is cloves of garlic, and some olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of rosemary. We're going to, you know,
drizzle it.
Drizzle it. Well, we're going to get a little more generous when we drizzle it. We're going to put some cheese on it, and we're going to toast it. Yes.
You know the phrase, "Stop it up with a biscuit."
Oh.
we're going to do that. So, how do you pronounce this?
Gnocchi.
Okay.
Now, the Italian...
I have always heard it as gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Okay.
The Italian pronunciation is gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
But over here we call it gnocchi.
So like the Cardinals know how to knock it out of the park?
Knock it.
That's what we're going to do today. All right, again, Affan Waheed, my guest, and we're going to look at your comments, your questions, all of you that are watching. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Rumble. 7 platforms, and I haven't asked it in a while. Is there a platform we're not on that you would like for us to be on? Some people have said, how come we're not on TikTok? We are. We do some reels and stuff. I promise you we will do more on that. We don't go live on there for a couple different reasons, but I promise you we will have more of a presence. I think actually our back office team is going to hope, Monica,
that we do.
Can we make you do some TikTok videos? Yes, the answer is yes. Let's show the silly side of Monica, which you've seen.
Coming soon.
Okay, we're going to get to cooking. Do you have any questions about his faith? We're going to tell you the story of all the different roles that he's held, and then all of a sudden, even your wife has said, "Don't you want to go back to this?"
It's an easy, you know, exit, but no, we want to do what we want to do and have fun with it.
You just made the comment. It's so easy sometimes to go back to what was comfortable. Getting uncomfortable is with the greatest rewards that are coming.
Yeah.
We can't wait to tell you more about this. All right, folks, the Real Monica Adams Show. Again, we went from the studio to the kitchen. We're going to do a little gnocchi and some bread when we return.
I love working here. You know, I come in here and I feel positivity with everybody, down from the housekeepers up to the CEO. Our bosses actually get on the floor with us, help us out. I've been in plenty work nursing homes, and being here, it makes me feel very happy all the time. Being around these residents is amazing things. I might cry. Working with them, it's like my grandma and my grandpa. When I'm at home, and I can come here, I feel free. When I'm having bad days, I can just walk in here and boom, I'm back into a happy place. They make everything happy and joyful, and they all respectful. They do put an impact on my life big time. That's it. I mean, yeah, that's the best memories. Hey, this is my place, this is my home.
Most places you walk into, you look around, you nod, not here. You could try anything. Woo! Only 3 minutes in here, I'm already gassed. Check this bad boy out. It's a swim spa. Let's go. This is called the Sweaty Goat. This is where I get my demons out. Whether it's a hot swim spa, a sauna, or a cold tub, you come in here and you could try it and you pick what you want. That's Spas and More, STL. And tell them Cam sent you.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. If you're just tuning in, you missed some breaking news, so we will do a little recap. And yes, we are in the kitchen live today. We started in the studio, ran down to the kitchen. This is more of what we're wanting to do on the show, is to be very interactive and showcase this entire place. It is gorgeous after all, and he just joined. So we are both members of Adventure Unknown. What do you feel Adventure Unknown has done for you?
I think it's a great meeting opportunity. There are lots of people and there is open dialogue, and it's an opportunity to, kind of just see what other people are doing. It's a meeting opportunity for people. Then I think the ambiance is nice, although some people don't like the trophies, but it's a great meeting place to invite our clients, interact with people that are members. I love the concept.
It is. So if you haven't heard, by the way, it is a private business club, over 100 members now. And no, it is not like BNI. There are a lot of people that ask that question. No, not at all. It's small business, lifting up small business. So we've been very excited. And Affan just joined. We've got a pickleball court here. We've got a gym. There's a new VIP lounge that's coming. And more importantly, it's people with great passion and great heart. So thank you all of you, by the way, that are wishing my dear husband a happy birthday.
And it is Jim's birthday. So yes, happy birthday, Jim.
Afan's like, what are you doing? We're working all day. But we will go to dinner tonight. Vicky, thank you. She said, happy birthday, Jim. Have a great day. Also, happy birthday from Angie. Hope you have a fantastic day. From Stephanie as well, having a blessed day. From Chris, a lot of love to you, Lieutenant. A lot of people like when he and I are on together.
Oh, yes.
I asked, I was like, you should have come on. Kathleen said, happy birthday, Jim. Have a great day as well. Thanks for your service. Karen, thank you so much for saying that, by the way. Jim, if Bradley Cooper showed up at the front door, you're toast. Take the hot tub. Stop it. Karen said, happy birthday, Jim. I hope you have a great day. Cheryl, thank you for the happy birthday wishes to him as well. Rose and Christy across the board. If you are, Anne, thank you so much as well. If you're just tuning in, we broke some news about a couple different things. One is that Affan is opening up Baristas, which is a new coffee house, Manchester 141. You're going to absolutely love it. And then the breaking news that he and I have teamed up with a new company called C Media 360. So check out the website for us today, c-media360.com. A lot of you, if you go back a handful of months ago, I sat out by the pool and I said, boy, I don't know, I'm tugging on whether or not I should do this. I have somebody that I just met that came to me and I can't really release the information to you just yet. Do you all remember that day? I said it had something to do with digital media. That's what this was all about. We've been sitting on it, doing some work behind the scenes, but now here's the splash. You're going to hear a lot about it. You're going to see it all over your pages. We're excited to be a part of lifting up small businesses. Before we get into cooking, or actually we can start some of this. So what do we need to do for the dish?
So gnocchi is, we start with potatoes, we roll them as balls. I brought these prepared, so if somebody wants to use, store-bought gnocchi, they can. It has a little bit of flour, but when you do it yourself, you can avoid the flour altogether. You can use gluten-tolerant flours for rolling it, but basically you mash your potatoes and you roll them with a fork, and that's why you see the lines that you see.
They're very dense, if you've never had gnocchi before, by the way. And so yes, for those of our friends that have a celiac disease or have a gluten intolerance, then you'll love the fact that it's potato-based.
And the thing is, it's a meat alternative because we keep having so much protein. And yes, that's another situation where you want to do something that's tasty, that's real good, that's quick, and it's a meat alternative. This is my go-to dish.
Okay. All right. What do we need to do? We're going to throw.
So we've got some water on the stove, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of salt in it.
Okay.
There is just a pinch or a pinch and a half.
That's more than a pinch.
And I normally put a little bit of olive oil, just a dab, just so that it doesn't stick. It normally works good.
Do you have a favorite olive oil, by the way?
So I like the traditional first cold pressed olive oil, store-bought, but it's been on the shelf for over 80 years. It's, in my opinion, the best olive oil comes from the Levant, as they call it, between Lebanon and Syria, troubled parts of the world. But Italian olive oil has been there. Italiano Supremo is the one that I use. And it's been there for a very long time.
I love olive oils. I just love to go to tastings for olive oils. Okay, well, again, we're making gnocchi. So do we have to just heat up our pot first?
Well, I'll even go higher on this. Just give it a good boil. We need to bring it to a boil.
Okay.
Once it comes to a boil, it's got just salt in it. It just takes 3 minutes for gnocchi to be ready.
To drop it in, okay.
Yes, we drop it into boiling water, and it floats to the surface in 3 minutes, and it's done.
That's fast.
Yes.
And then we're going to put our pesto on top.
We're gonna put the pesto on the gnocchi in our pan. So that's, I mean, normally I do it in the dish, but for serving and for showing how it looks, it's gorgeous. We're gonna put it over there, and then we're gonna drizzle our bread with the mixture of olive oil and a little bit of garlic, with some rosemary, salt, pepper. And we're going to put it with some mozzarella on top.
Mozzarella.
You can never go wrong with mozzarella. And so we're going to toss that in the oven. 5 minutes at 350 is going to make it really toasty and ready. And then you're going to sop it up,
okay.
Did you say, right?
Well, as we let this thing boil, let's talk about what I mentioned as we went into break, which is you've held a lot of positions. You mentioned you had a storied history in the IT world. You held some very high roles. I think my favorite is when you walked away from your corporate financial job and you were off. I mean, look, when people are throwing money at you, they're asking you to get up the steps and walk up into a jet. That's easy. That's the ego. That's lifting up the ego. You had a comment made to you by a nun.
Yes.
Can you pass this along? I think this is a great teaching tool.
This was a time when I don't want to mention names of companies, but there was a lot of turmoil, and a telecom company, one in particular, went down, and a lot of nurses' retirement plans were in that company, and they were picketing, and we were at a conference, and it just felt like that there is a disservice, that these people are saying that taking away my savings, and the Enron era is what I'm referring to.
Because she made a comment. There you were in this probably three-piece suit, your pinstripe suit, in your 20s.
I was,
or 30s?
yes, I would know. I was not, I was just turning, no, I was 31 at that time. And, it kind of hit close to heart saying, it's this industry, like, the house never loses. The market always does things for people's money, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. But it kind of felt like, it's not what I want to do with my life.
Because what was her comment? You're the reason.
You're the reason why we'll be pushing carts at Walmart at our age, and it kind of hits hard. He
heard that, folks, and immediately was like, I can't do this. So you went to your bosses. You were literally getting ready to board a plane.
Yes, we were in San Diego. We were about to come back from a conference.
Was it a private?
It was all, yes. I mean, financial services, it's a different world.
Yeah.
And I mean, hats off to people who've earned their, positions and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, trying to get back and coming and thinking about like all of this, it just kind of soaks into you to say, this is not for me.
He literally went to his bosses and said, I'm not going to do this anymore. And they're like, what are you talking about? We're like, we're getting ready to take off. Wait, stop the plane. What are you talking about? And you're like, no. You told your wife, I'm coming home. And I bet you she was crazy proud of you.
Well, she was, and she's been very supportive. She's the reason why I am where I am. So, it's easy to do things when you have somebody's support. And that was not the only time. I just enjoy it. Because, technology evolves. If you're on the upper cusp of it, you get opportunities. So I went from there to healthcare, and I thought that financial services was a scam. Think about that. But, just learning, having the opportunity, and I kept on doing what I wanted to do. I was at SLU as a full-time St. Louis.
You worked with Father Biondi?
Yeah, Father was an amazing person to work for. And, all of that, but, something inside me kept telling me that, I need to do what I want to do for myself. I want to do something better, bigger, and I took a plunge and did what I did, and now I'm doing all the things that I've always dreamed of. You're
cooking on the show.
I'm cooking on the show.
He does love to cook, by the way.
Yes.
You have your own cookbook.
Well, that's just recipes that I put together. It's kind of like, getting ready to hand off to the next generation. And yes, there it is. So I put it together with a tool. Keep putting the recipes in there, and it publishes it.
Do you have a favorite in the book? And it's probably like picking your favorite child, because you've got a lot in there.
I like the one dish that my kids make and they love as well, called the Mandarin beef. And, It's a fusion recipe, with my heritage. I use a lot of spice, and then
You
all
just
the herbs.
introduced my husband to Turkish coffee the other
And
day.
he loved it, didn't he? It's just
You want to give a shout out to this restaurant you took us
so.
to?
Yes, we were at Aldar restaurant. It's in Wildwood. It's a Yemeni cuisine, and we loved it.
First Yemeni cuisine in the state of Missouri.
In the state of Missouri, yes, that is correct.
So we're going to be doing some work with them, by the way. We're excited. The food was ridiculously amazing. You had us go in, and they have an area that you can. I've always wanted to sit down.
Down and eat.
We
yes.
didn't, but we're going to. I want to do the show live from there. So it's pronounced Eldar.
Eldar.
So it's Aldar. First Yemeni cuisine in the state of Missouri. They gave us, because you like to make bread, they gave us this bread that, I'm not kidding, was this big.
It was awesome.
It's kind of like naan bread
Yes,
a little bit.
it is, but it's done in a traditional oven. So it's like, they prepare the dough, they let it raise, they keep it overnight, and then they bake it. And when they do, you can't stop.
No, you couldn't stop. I was like, give me more. And they had this great hummus. The fish that I had, it was kind of like a red snapper. It's the best fish I've ever had.
And they import the fish. So
Yes.
yeah, that's hats off to them.
He's a big foodie, which is why I wanted to bring him on today. So, okay, we want to drop him in, or they have a little boil a little bit more?
We're going to let the water
Okay.
really boil, and then drop it for 3 minutes and be done.
Okay,
So-
let me see. Rose just said, love giving the wife credit. Support and love. Absolutely. Exist Stretch is on. Affan is a cook too. Yes, you don't know this. Let me talk about Stretch for just a second.
Yes.
You finally got in and got stretched.
Absolutely, and I tell you, for all those the people that take this for granted, we cannot stretch ourselves. Especially, I reached a milestone birthday. I turned 20 a few years ago, and at my age, at 52, 53, it just becomes hard. And I've had a back issue that I've carried for a long time.
He regularly gets up during meetings, and he's like, if people think, oh, does he want to go? Do we need to wrap up the meeting? I'm like, he's just stretching. He's got a bad back.
I gotta give a shout out to our friends at Stretch. They really know what they're doing.
Yes.
And I was able to, there it is. And
That's you.
That is me. And I was able to come off that table feeling like my back never had an issue. It was a great sensation.
I could not wait for you to finally get in, because I had been in, Jim had been in, we have viewers that have been in, I have clients that have been in, and I just kept stressing to you, Affan, we can't keep talking about it and you not get in. So Stephanie, God love her, she made the appointment for you.
She did.
Have you been back?
I'm planning to. This month would be the go-to month. But then I'm getting that package where I have 2 stretches a month.
Yes.
And that's good.
If you haven't been, by the way, let's just give them a shout out, because they are one of our many sponsors. Exist Stretch. You've heard of us talk about them. They are located in Hampton. Did you go to the Hampton one?
I did go to the Hampton.
So it's in St. Louis Hills, or we have the one inside of Exist Fitness in Arnold on Vogel Road. Check them out, existstretch.com. You might be hearing about them for the first time today. They're running different specials. The inside, isn't it gorgeous, by the way?
It's awesome.
That is the thing that really makes them stand
They have
out.
the orange going. I love the orange.
Yes, they copied you.
Yes.
So the gray and the orange. There's Jim. Look how flexible he is. I was like, how in the world did your hip just do that? Shout out to him again. Happy birthday, Jim. You need to go get stretched today for all the wonderful work you do. You all need to. So take advantage of their FST certified trainers. So Trisha Rhodes will be back in with us on a Wellness Wednesday. Hero package pricing, again, for our first responders. If you've got a first responder in your family, have them take advantage of it as well. Everyone gets their first stretch free.
Yes.
Then you have these really inexpensive packages that help change
They
your life.
make you a believer.
Absolutely. So shout out to them. We love them.
I want to respond to Rose's question.
Yes,
Yes,
does
my
your wife
wife.
cook?
Oh my God, she is the cook. People come to our house like it's an open door because of her cooking. She is amazing with what she can do. We're from Pakistan, so she has a lot of those dishes, but then she's learned a lot of other cuisines. And boy, I cannot wait for having you guys over. And then,
You told me you want us to come over and have a how many course meal?
we'll do a 5-course meal.
Okay, I thought you said 7. I'm like, that's a little too much. I'm going to wave the flag.
Well, the thing is, and the idea is that you enjoy food,
Yeah.
that it's about conversation, it's about all the other things that it brings, you together. And yeah, we do it. I've done 7 courses, but it's just a little too
It's
much.
much.
But 5 courses is going to be over 2 hours, so you just spread it out. We just have breaks in the middle, and just
You need to give the body room to digest and enjoy. We mentioned how great the memories are that are created over food. So you or your wife, who's a better cook?
I think she is.
I was like, a good man's going to say, oh, wait a minute, she is. But you also have a Greek background.
Well, yes, my mother, and in the tradition of what I learned, we do look a lot towards, I personally look a lot towards olive oil and cheeses for cooking. The base is like, even in the Cajun cooking, the base is a trinity, they call it, between onions, celery, and I'm forgetting the third ingredient now. But it's the oil that makes the cooking different. In the Greek, Turkish tradition,
like the Mediterranean, which we are always told, what's the best way to eat? Mediterranean diet.
Yes, and it's in the fresh seed of the olive oil. Oil became a controversial topic in food. How much can we take? Is it good? Is it bad? I can tell you, olive oil, once it's used in moderation, is actually helpful.
It's good fats.
Yeah, and it's a great taste.
I just want to down it sometimes. Okay, we're getting ready to boil. We're going to take a break. We're going to drop our little potato. This is like potato pasta. Josh is behind the camera, by the way. Did you know what gnocchi was? You can talk.
No.
So yesterday they were like, what is it again? It's G-N-O what? C-C-H-I?
G-N-O-C-C-I or C-C-H-I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gnocchi gnocchi. That's what we're doing. All right, we're going to drop these little suckers in. We're going to have some bread, and that's what we're going to have. That's how we do breakfast on the Real Monica Adams Show. Don't go anywhere.
What if your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the in spa.
And welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. Thank you, Jamie. By the way, shout out to Jamie Thurber. If you haven't heard us talk about it enough, True Line Media Group is also a big part of our show. So that's where these guys are from, the behind the scenes, which you could not do what you do well without the team.
Absolutely.
We know more and more about the team. So today, we're talking about the Real Monica Adams Show. We're talking about C Media 360 and True Line Media. This is a brand that will help you do everything that you need for your brand. So reach out to us. Shoot me a message at info@therealmonicaadams.com. All right, we're going to drizzle.
Yes.
We're going to drop.
Yes.
We're going to eat.
Yes. So we're going to just have our prepared gnocchi
Yes.
gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Go into the water. Be careful not to splash, which I did, but that's okay.
You didn't burn me.
No. And
We're having this for breakfast, by the way. This is, your kids love to have this. You package this for them to head off to school.
Yes, and the thing is, it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
It's a 3-minute thing.
Okay.
But this is where you go.
What is your favorite bread to make, by the way?
I like the traditional Italian artisan bread, and it's easy to do. But the thing is,
look at that.
it's a lot of taste. So
Show that to the camera.
this is olive oil and some toasted garlic cloves
Oh, wow.
with salt, pepper,
That's
and
thick.
rosemary.
Look at this, folks. Turn
Yeah.
it that way for me just a bit. That's some thick drizzle.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
So you just be generous. It's not going to hurt. People think, oh, it's oil. This oil is not going to hurt.
No, I'd rather do this than have a lot of people just load up with a lot of butter. Nothing against butter, but I'm more of an olive oil
look,
fan.
I'm good with butter, but the thing is, this you can splurge and do a little more and still be good with what you think you can do with food.
As you do that, I'm going to look at more comments. So Lynn said, Monica, I love watching your show. I learn something when I'm able to watch. Well, Lynn, I'm glad to have you with us. Good morning, Julie. And she said, happy birthday. Patty, happy birthday, Jim. My Italian grandma made gnocchis. Yum. Happy birthday, Jim. Monica, what is his favorite cake? Actually, it's more pie. And he's not watching right now, I hope not, but Mom is getting him a peach pie. I'm actually going to take a run down to the smokehouse and get him a peach pie. She's like, here's money. Please go get my son-in-law a really good pie. Love giving the wife credit, support, and love. Yes. Good morning, Pamela. Hope you're having a good start to your day. For those of you that are tuning in late, this is Affan Waheed. He is my business partner in C Media 360. He is going to be a part of more and more shows. Is that mozzarella?
Mozzarella, yes.
This looks yummy.
And well, it just melts into the toast. So everybody likes garlic bread, right? And this is making your own garlic bread. You just toast some garlic in oil, salt, pepper, rosemary is my choice. People use oregano, people use thyme. I like rosemary because of the smell, and you just,
I love rosemary. Do you like, one of my favorite herbs though is basil. Can we put a little basil on there?
Some holy basil is gonna
basil
is gonna help
and
always.
This is, we set that for 350. You only need it for about 5 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes should take care of it.
We're gonna take that in there. Lynn just said hugs to your sweet mom. Thank you. Isn't she amazing? She was in the hot tub with me. Shout out to Spas and More, by the way. I had a few people on the reel yesterday that I put out there say, I need a hot tub. And I was like, yes, you do. And here's the thing. Pull the trigger, folks. Take care of your body. Take care of your mental health. It is like really across the board. Mental, spiritual, and physical health. You and your wife need to come over and get in the hot tub.
Oh, yeah. That would be spectacular.
Yeah, it changes you on so many levels. So if you haven't been into Spas and More, they're in Sunset Hills. Go to spasandmorestl.com, at Spas and More STL on social media. Yeah, they've got the swim spas. They've got the chili goat. They have the saunas or the sweaty goat. And then, of course, they have the incredible hot tubs that we just got. All right, Affan is at the stove. Can we give a shout out to Slyman Brothers, by the way? Somebody just said, Monica, can you hook me up? I think they have washers and dryers, too. I was like, they have everything, including the induction stove. Before you drop those in, Affan, they look like little cheese curds.
They did. And the thing is, this is the sign that the gnocchi is done.
That was
rises
quick.
to the
well, we
3
made
minutes.
it hot.
Yes.
Don't you love this stove, though? It does boil water. And that was a lot of water. It boils water fast.
It does.
So that's the difference. Yes, a lot of people say they like gas. Some people electric. Induction. That's done. Now we're going to use this?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
And I'm going to just drain the water and bring it back, and we'll continue to...
So let me ask this. I'm going to run through, by the way, and thank our sponsors while we do this. What are you feeling at the end of the show, once we eat together here in just a few minutes? Do you think we need 100 days of healing? Do we need 100 days of freedom from shame, anger, depression, fear and anxiety, or overeating?
I think it's fear and anxiety.
And so why are you feeling that one today?
Well, because it's the times we live in. There's question marks on things that are happening around the world. There's lots of war and conflict, and somebody with a conservative thinking mind would say, we can be more peaceful than we are today.
We can be better.
Yes.
Always. We can always level up. By the way, another thing that gets people into arguments is politics. Today, you're going to the polls. They opened at 6 a.m. They close at 7 p.m. tonight. So exercise your right to vote. Okay, you're going to drain that for me?
Yes, I will.
All right, I want to run through and thank. We talked about Spas and More. We've talked about Stretch. Can we talk about Garden View? Don't we love them?
Absolutely. Those are like the most humble, polite, nice, and best people to work with, and they're
everyone.
awesome.
We've shown you the activities side. We've talked to the CEOs. We've talked about their Best Friends program, which is for those who have dementia and Alzheimer's. So Garden View, if you have not taken the tour, it is gardenviewcares.com. So they have one in O'Fallon. In fact, next week, we are going to shoot some footage at the O'Fallon location. We're going to talk with the team that is there. We're going to talk to some of the residents, maybe even shoot some TikTok videos. They also have a location in Doherty Ferry. That's Zach's been to. I haven't had a chance to go to that one yet. And then we both have gone over to the Chesterfield location as well. What makes Garden View special? You know, there's some testimonials that I received from some of the family members from over the years. Let me read one of them to you. My name is Gloria. My husband's been residing at Garden View Care Center of Chesterfield since July of 2020. The staff not only helped Craig adjust to his new home, but helped me as well. They took Craig under their wings. The nursing home brought him back to health, helped him adjust to his new environment. Doreen, who we've met, and she's been on the show, the assistant director of nursing, was truly our angel. I'm not sure how we would have made it this far without her. Of course, COVID made the transition a very difficult process, but they said they knew they were doing everything they could to keep their residents healthy and safe. They kept them informed of the health and well-being of their family member, and they're so happy that they're able to visit and spend time with him. That's just one of hundreds of testimonials that I have read from people who have been at Garden View. They have maybe had rehab, maybe they've had the assisted living aspect or the nursing home. I mean, look, that's the staff and the team together. GardenViewCares.com. Check them out, and thank you so much again for being a part of the Real Monica Adams Show. Okay, you're going to do a little more olive oil? Or a
little bit of oil.
Okay, do we want this guy up?
No.
No, you only want it on one?
Yeah.
All right. And then our bread is in there. We're going to eat. So if you are tuning in late, we're going to do a devotional. We're going to eat together. We have a little gnocchi and bread. I know you're probably like, that's a lot of carbs. This is when you eat the carbs, by the way, early in the morning. You don't sit there at night and eat chips and ice cream. From a personal trainer standpoint, it just sits on you. And then you're like, why didn't I sleep well? Because you asked your body to digest all those heavy carbs late at night. You want some carbs? You do it when you're most active, which is in the morning. You like carbs? Do you like carbs and protein together?
Oh my God.
You know our friend Jenny Gabriel, who will be back on with us in a couple of weeks with JG Optimal Wellness, would say not to ever have a carb naked. She would want you to put a protein with it.
So you know what? Today we're on the binge of not.
Oh, that's some thick pesto.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I got to show that to the camera. That's some thick pesto, by the way.
And you just bring it together, and it just sits there with the gnocchi. It is a natural combination, and you know.
Ooh, that looks yummy. Okay, folks. Anybody have any questions about this? Have you made a gnocchi dish, by the way? And what do you put in yours? I love me some pesto. He did not know that I like pesto. I'm loving this. The kids love this. He sends them off to school. So tell them the ages of your kids again.
So I have 27, 24, and 14.
Wow. And by the way, one just got his white coat.
Yes, so my son Abraham was 2 Sundays ago, joined SLU to be a med student. My daughter is a med student in Pittsburgh.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Doctors.
Slackers. Overachievers. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Rose just said, I like him.
I'm going to grab
We're doing a little switcheroos?
the mitt, yes,
Okay.
and I'm going to bring the bread out.
All right. So
Get ready.
Get ready. It's time to eat. By the way, if you have someone that you would like for us to feature on a Foodie Friday, which is normally when we do these, but maybe we're going to do some more live. I come from a live background of radio and TV. I enjoy live because we get a chance to interact with you. Okay, I'm not going to touch it, but I want to lift it up and show. Can you show the camera this?
Absolutely.
This looks, it smells good too. A lot of you do just regular garlic bread. How about do this? So if they just tuned in, tell them what you put on the bread again.
So the bread, we just sliced it. We had a mixture of garlic, cloves of garlic in rosemary, salt, pepper, roasted the garlic, put it on with the olive oil, put some mozzarella on top, and this is how it comes out.
That looks good. Okay, and then the gnocchi's got the pesto in it.
Yes.
All right, we need some forks. We're just gonna eat right out of the pot. That's what we do in the morning. Okay, and then you said fear and anxiety, which we'll read from as well. Okay. Yep. You do? Okay, he does have it. We're going to put the gnocchi in the bowl.
Yes.
And then the bread on the plate.
And there is a plate.
Okay. I'm going to take a little piece of the bread.
Here you go.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
You're going to get here. I'll do it official for you. I'll do the official tongs for you. You want the big one?
Oh, yes, please. Why not?
He's like, we have meetings. I need a lot of food. All right, folks, again, what would you like us to feature? We've been talking about some exciting things coming up. There's a Foodies Eat First festival that maybe you saw us feature last year with Braden in St. Louis. talking about maybe trying to get him on next week. And then we would love to know if there is someone you would like for us to feature. We're going to bring Cam Jansen in, former St. Louis Blues player. He's going to cook in the kitchen with us. I know a lot of you are big fans of our St. Louis Blues and Cardinals, etc. All right, do you have a fork? There's your fork.
Yes.
All right, which one first?
Just
a gnocchi first
take a
and then
piece
bread?
And just, dabble with some bread.
Pasta for breakfast.
Came out good.
Oh, that's very good. You gotta like pesto, and I do. All right, your bread. Cheers. Cheers to so many exciting things to come.
Absolutely, thank you.
You guys getting hungry? Josh and Zach hungry? They're giving thumbs up.
We're getting thumbs up. Yeah.
What? So I can smell it from out. He said, oh, that is good. He's going back for more. Okay, so we like to bring a devotional into every show. Today on A Testament Tuesday, what's the biggest message you want them to walk away with regards to your own testimony, all the things you've done, and what's on the horizon?
Have faith, believe. And, when you're gonna shoot for the stars, your missed hit is gonna be you're gonna hit the moon. So, you have a moonshot and attempt the things you want to attempt, have faith. If you are in a spot of bother, if he puts you to it, he'll pull you through it. There's always faith that, whenever we need help, it's there.
I love that phrase, by the way. People always wonder, why would God take me to this? Because he'll pull you through it.
Yes.
And he wants to teach you your own strength. Aha, there it is. There's the chill of the day. Let go and let God. Okay, so pick a number between 1 and 100, because a lot of people pick fear and anxiety, and we've gone through this whole book. 1 through 100. What number?
33.
Stop it. Why did you pick that?
Because there are 2 3s.
Okay, but God keeps showing me 333, and he has been for about 6 months now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's like
Did not know that.
everywhere. Yeah, yep. So you just picked 33. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a big chill. It's called God's Delight. The Lord your God is living among you. He is a mighty Savior. He will take delight in you with gladness. With his love, he will calm all your fears. He will rejoice over you with joyful songs. What is on your mind today? What is filling your thoughts? Concerns, challenges, regrets? Maybe you've become numb because something happened to you or to someone you love that was so awful you just can't believe it. Life can be challenging, and the messages of the world will fill our thoughts with doubt and fear. In the midst of our worries and fears, how encouraging is it to remember that the God of the universe, the creator of all things, takes delight in us. He will calm our fears, will sing joyful songs over us. He's with us nearer than we realize in every minute of every day. His love is ever present, and when we recognize this truth, it will bring us peace. So Billy Graham said, my prayer today is that we will feel the loving arms of God wrapped around us and will know in our hearts that he will never forsake us as we trust in him.
Amen.
Here's your prayer. Thank you, God, for delighting in me, for loving me, and for being an ever-present help for me. Help me to remember that you are always with me. Remember that, even in your darkest hours, he's there. You just have to reach out for him.
Absolutely.
And as he told you, you have to believe. Thank you, my friend.
Thank
Come here.
you.
I taught him, by the way, we'll do it later, the heart-to-heart hug.
Yeah.
It changes things. Folks, thank you for tuning in on this live edition of our cooking show. We did a little faith, we did a little food. Tomorrow we do a little wellness. We're looking forward to that. You're welcome, Stephanie. She said, thank you, Monica, and chef. You have been promoted to chef. Good food and good show. Linda said, 10th anniversary celebration coming up in October. Your 10th anniversary? We, by the way, have our 1,000 show. Oh, is this Have a Heart Rescue 10th anniversary? Okay, cool. My husband said he was sent off to school with a Pop-Tart. You have lucky kids. I love it. You can keep those comments coming in. Be sure to share the show. Hope you have a wonderful day, by the way. And remember what we always leave you with. Believe in yourself. As he mentioned, you can be anything you want to be in this world, but the greatest be is kind. Be kind and God bless.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Kaufman Outdoors and The Porch in Wildwood.